Hello all. Today we are going to have a look at the various articles that have come in the newspapers and which are relevant for UPSC examination. One important article that has come is our External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar's visit to UK. He went on an official visit. As part of the official visit, he participated in a think tank discussion in London. And this think tank discussion is conducted at a place called Chatham House. And there, Professor Jaishankar, he very peculiarly stated that most of Trump's actions and administrative policies are in sync with Indian foreign policy interest. And he has given n number of evidences for the same. First and foremost, he said that under Trump administration, US is focusing excessively on its own national interest and is moving away from its global responsibilities, which is in sync with India's idea of establishing a multipolar world order. This is one important news that is being discussed. Then apart from this, the second important thing that he talked about is the Trump administration's focus on increasing the production of petroleum and cheaper supply of oil and natural gas is in sync with India's needs of cheaper fuel. As we are a petrol import dependent nation, Trump's policy of drill baby drill in USA is in sync with India's interests is the second thing that he has spoken about. The third thing that he has spoken about is, in fact, Trump has very clearly stated in the recent discussions with our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji that Indo-Pacific remains an area of priority for the US administration. And he also specifically talked about the Quad and its mechanism. And in this quadrilateral security dialogue mechanism, there is equal sharing of responsibilities between all four powers, that is India, Japan, Australia and USA. Whereas it is very different from the NATO-like alliances where a disproportionate burden is on USA. So when compared to NATO, US is prioritizing Quad mechanism as its focus is on Indo-Pacific now. Then apart from this, one more area of convergence between the American and Indian interests is with respect to the connectivity issues. He has very clearly stated that America is favorably oriented and open to investing in the project which is called as IMEC. That is India, Middle East and European corridor. This is one important corridor which is being developed in future, and America has a strategic vision towards the IMEC corridor, and there are also discussions about Indian Ocean strategic venture, and the Americans are also open to it under Trump administration, which is also in our favor. Then over and above that, he also talked about how US is focusing on technology as a policy or game changer in international politics, and India also has always looked upon technology as a means to change the global politics dynamic. This is also a sync between India and USA. And when specifically asked about de-dollarization of the world, Jaishankar ji, he very clearly stated that in India, India is not focused upon de-dollarization of the world. India is just focused on making Indian rupee as an international currency. And at the same time, there is no unity of voice in BRICS as different countries have different approaches towards dollar. And India still looks upon dollar as a global reserve currency. And along with reserve currency, he also said that dollar still remains a source of stability in international transactions is the second statement that he has made. This way, S. Jaishankar, he very clearly stated that under Trump administration, the India-US relations are going ahead very swiftly and there are multiple areas of cooperation. Even though the Americans have imposed tariffs on Indian exports to USA, India did not abruptly respond to it, as our Ministry of Commerce, Piyush Goyal, is right now in Washington negotiating a trade deal, and we have to wait and watch what will be the outcome of this trade deal too. Then over and above this, when asked specifically about the Kashmir dispute, External Affairs Minister Jaishankar has very clearly stated that we have to focus upon Kashmir issue in terms of vacating of Pak-occupied Kashmir by Pakistan. He said that this is going to permanently resolve the dispute for eternity, as Indian government has already taken substantial steps in improving the position of Kashmir, and revocal of Article 370 is one of the first steps in stabilizing the situation of Kashmir, and the ultimate solution lies in Pakistan withdrawing from Pak-occupied Kashmir region. So these are the statements which are made by Jaishankar-ji. So this shows very clearly that we should not feel threatened by the Trumps coming to power in USA. In fact, after Trump came to power, many of the Indian interests are being met, and majority of the visions of Trump are in sync with Indian foreign policy interests. Then the second important news that has come in the newspaper is with respect to the Vikatan website. This is a Tamil language website which has published a cartoon on Trump-Modi diplomatic engagement in USA. And this Vikatan website, what it has done is it has shown a cartoon showing the Indian Prime Minister in shackles in front of Trump. He was shown in chains in front of Trump, okay, in order to represent a message that Indian foreign policy interests are chained by the Trump administration, which is considered to be an extreme form of expression. And the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, it has in fact blocked the access to Vikatan website. So immediately the Vikatan website, it went to the Madras High Court asking for relief for the block to the website. And immediately the Madras High Court had responded. And in the Madras High Court, the High Court said that the cartoon which is being criticized should be temporarily removed by the Vikatan website, and the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting should lift the blockade. In fact, the Madras High Court tried to find a center stage between two extreme views of Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, which called for blocking of the website. And on the other side, the Vikatan website, which has published a cartoon which shows the Indian Prime Minister in a very poor light. In fact, the government, central government's argument is very clear. It has stated that the reasonable restrictions under Article 19 have not been followed by the website because the cartoon which has been drawn, it will definitely compromise the sovereignty and integrity of India, and it will also compromise the friendly relations with the foreign states, and it also might undermine the security of state in India, is the argument of the government. But if we observe closely, the Madras High Court, it tried to find a via media, that is center stage between the two extreme views. Now, the second important thing is there is a lot of discussion ongoing between freedom of speech and expression, along with the reasonable restrictions on freedom of speech and expression, which is a very, very important topic. We have seen Ranveer Allahabadiya issue. We have seen Imran Pratapgarh issue. So this way, there are multiple issues which are coming with respect to freedom of speech and expression and reasonable restrictions on the same. We need to be mindful about it. Then one more important article that has come in the newspaper is with respect to AI 𝐃𝐨𝐲 platform is launched by the central government. AI 𝐃𝐨𝐲 platform, artificial intelligence 𝐃𝐨𝐲 platform. We already know that the Indian government has a very ambitious plan for artificial intelligence. Earlier, there was a monopoly of artificial intelligence in USA, but with the recent outbreak of DeepSeek of China, artificial intelligence, in fact, one more forerunner has become China. And India should not miss out on the wagon of artificial intelligence. That is the reason why the central government, with a hefty plan of nearly 10,000 crores, has launched earlier India AI mission with nearly 7 pillars. And of these 7 pillars, one of the important pillar is developing data set platforms within the country. And as you might be knowing, artificial intelligence works on large language models. And for the large language models to work, data sets are very, very important. Only when the data sets are available for the developers of artificial intelligence to use, then only they will be able to develop the large language model, and they can test and further improve upon their artificial intelligence models. So the Indian government, as a facilitator for artificial intelligence, has launched this artificial intelligence 𝐃𝐨𝐲 platform, which contains numerous data sets which are non-personalized, because privacy is also a very important concern. So what they have done is they have developed non-personalized data sets and provided free access to all the people who are interested in developing artificial intelligence large language models. And as part of the data sets itself, the government also has given access to nearly 14,000 graphic processing units, as they are also very important in developing the artificial intelligence technology. And such large investment of nearly 10,000 crores for promoting artificial intelligence intelligence is the need of the hour, as artificial intelligence is touted to be the future and India should not miss on the wagon of artificial intelligence. Even the artificial intelligence mission also has nearly 7 pillars, and if you look at the 7 pillars of artificial intelligence, one is establishing an innovation center, second is to enhance the computing capacity within the country, the third is establishment of dataset platform under which the AI coach will come, and the fourth is app development initiative, that is application development initiative, the fifth one is safe and tested artificial intelligence, the sixth one is India AI startup finance is one more, and the seventh one is future skills within the country are the important dimensions of the artificial intelligence mission. And in the artificial intelligence mission itself, the AI coach platform has been developed as a place for data sets and graphic processing units. Then over and above this, one more important article that has come in the newspaper of today is with respect to INSV Tavini. INSV Tavini is a expedition of Indian Navy, which is an all-women expedition with 2 women, which has been sent for circumnavigation of the globe. Circumnavigation of the globe means, okay, in fact, making a round trip around the globe is called as circumnavigation, and this round trip has in fact reached this region which is called as Falkland Island, which is present nearby to Argentina, and there they have landed at a port called Port Stanley, and from there they are planning to move to the Cape Town region in South Africa, and this is part of a mission which is called as Navika Sagar Parikrama 2. This is a mission which has been started by Indian Navy in order to conduct the circumnavigation of the globe, and there are 2 women lieutenant commanders who are leading this mission. They are Dilna K and Rupa are the 2 lieutenant commanders. So this is one important thing. Circumnavigation they are doing. They have already passed the Drake's Passage to reach Port Stanley. Drake's Passage is a very treacherous and dangerous region in the South American tip, and they have crossed this Drake's Passage and reached this Port Stanley, and from there they want to travel to Cape Town. So then apart from this, one more important news that has come is tomorrow, that is March 8th, in commemoration of International Women's Day, the Indian President has called for a conference which is called as Nari Shakti Se Viksit Bharat, and this conference, it has an idea that is women-led development for developed India. So it means that we are going to become a developed India, but developed India can be achieved only through women-led development is the core concept here. So because of this reason, so the conference is being conducted which is called as Nari Shakti Se Viksit Bharat, to which numerous women achievers are being invited, and this conference is being held in Delhi in the Rashtrapati Bhavan. So let's wait for the outcome of this conference for tomorrow. Happy Women's Day to all in advance.
కాంపిటేటివ్ ఎగ్జామ్ సంబంధించి ప్రత్యేకంగా సివిల్ సర్వీసెస్ ఎగ్జామ్ సంబంధించి ఏ ఆప్షన్ చూస్ చేసుకోవాలి, ప్రిపరేషన్ ఎప్పుడు స్టార్ట్ చేయాలి, ఏ బుక్స్ రిఫర్ చేయాలి, ఇలాంటి డౌట్స్ ఉంటే CSBIS అకాడమీని కాంటాక్ట్ అవ్వచ్చు. దీనికి సంబంధించి నా పర్సనల్ అపాయింట్మెంట్ ఈ వీడియో పైన డిస్ప్లే అవుతున్న కాంటాక్ట్ నెంబర్కి ఫోన్ చేసి తీసుకోవచ్చు.